What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We are out here putting the Tesla through its paces. I apologize for the voiceover, but I keep neglecting the fact that it is windy outside, and anything above 5 miles an hour with that Rilo is just garbage. And I didn't want to start the video off with so it's just, you know, it just doesn't sound good. I had the microphone on in my pocket as well, but it's just awful audio. I'm gonna let the real audio come through at times when the wind wasn't going crazy, but just to start the video off, I didn't want that. It's just, you know, it just doesn't sound right or feel right to watch a video like that. So yeah, we are out here riding the new tire after the tire replacement, and man, I can't. Now, granted, this is not the 2.50 tire. This is a 2.4 tire, but you're still getting kind of the same results where it's a lot wider, it's a lot flatter, and it is just a beef of a wheel. As you can hear right now, it sounds like a veteran Sherman. It really does, and I'm really impressed with the way that it feels. When I used to get on this wheel after riding my Z10, there's a huge difference. You can, you know, granted the Z10 has a 4-inch tire, and then you're going from a 4-inch to a 2-inch tire, so obviously there's going to be a huge difference. But the way I feel getting off the Z and then getting on the Tesla, I didn't like it. Almost to the point that I was gonna sell the Tesla, because I was so in love with the Z, not in love with the speed of the Z, but just the way the Z rode and how you have to ride, you know, to tame that donkey, you know. But now that I've done this tire change, oh man, the Z is gonna be pretty angry, because I really like the way it rides. I like the way it feels under my feet. I feel more stable, especially carving. There's just something on the side to grip the road for me, so if you know you hit some water or something slick, you don't just slide out, which I've seen in many videos, people riding on, like you know, when you go out into the fancy parts of downtown, in some places they use like marble or that really smooth stone, and you know, you try to carve, and that your unicycle will slip out right from under you. So having those knobs there bite into the road, oh my god, it is great. It is really good. So yeah, I'm basically out right now in my neighborhood, basically the neighborhood across the street from my house, and the reason why, because you have these a lot longer roads, and as you can tell, there's not a car in sight, and there's rarely ever cars in sight in this particular neighborhood. So I can get the Tesla up to speed. And when I say up to speed, I will say 24-25 miles an hour, because that's the fastest I've gone on here. I don't think I've hit 29 yet. Oh no, I hit 28 at one point. So excuse me for saying that. I actually did do 28, but that is the fastest I've gone on the Tesla. And you know, this past 2 months, maybe 3 months, I've been racking my brain, thinking about what new wheel I'm gonna get, and all this stuff, and going through, you know, I'm down to like 4 wheels right now, which is the S18, the veteran Sherman, the MSP, or the V11. But for now, I'm gonna wait, because I haven't even top speed my Tesla yet. I have not reached the 34 miles an hour continuously, so until I do that, there will be no new wheel purchases for me, especially now after the upgrade.
Yeah, man, she feels great. I'm pleasantly surprised with the upgrade. Now, this is just a disclaimer, warning to anybody who hasn't changed their tire, who's thinking about it, because ever since I posted this onto Facebook, been getting messages on, can you share the link of where I bought the tire and inner tube. So let me put this out here first. The inner tube that I ordered, even though it was a bent valve stem tube, the valve stem was not bent in the proper position. It was sticking outwards instead of kind of sticking backwards, which is kind of what we want to clear the sides while it's spinning. So I had to use the old inner tube. and which is fine, but I would assume that the 2.50 tube that I had, if I would have put that in there, would have gave the tire a much beefier profile, which is what I was kind of going for. But nonetheless, it's performing great with the original tube in there. And aside from that, if you're not used to taking your wheel apart and doing a job like that, I would definitely be careful. Hold on, pass this man. I would definitely be careful because it's very easy to mess your wheel up by, pulling a wire out or just doing anything. So I don't want anyone for the new riders.
Most experienced riders have taken their wheel open 100 times already, so I'm not talking to you guys. You guys know what you're doing. But it's just basically for the new guys who are watching or people who've never done a tire change. Just be prepared for what you're getting into. Make sure you have the proper tools. Unlike me, I did not have the proper tools. I had to jimmy rig something, and you can damage your wheel by doing that as well, by just not having the proper tools there. So just be very mindful of that. I have two wheels, obviously, so me going ahead to do the tire change on a Tesla, it was like a gamble, but at the same time, God forbid if I tanked my wheel, I have a backup to get on, and the backup I loved more than a Tesla at that time, so it wasn't going to be a huge transition for me. But if you only have one wheel or something like that, and that's you don't have a lot of cash to blow if you mess up a wheel or you need to get parts, I would just send it in. If you have somebody that can work on your wheel for you, I would just send it in, maybe. And have somebody else do it where you have a peace of mind. I'm just letting the raw audio. Actually, my phone's in my pocket, and I'm so surprised of how well the mic picks up with the phone being in your pocket. I can literally hear my entire conversation, so no wonder why they say they're spying on you, because Jesus, you can literally hear everything. Even the wind. The phone is in my pocket. You can hear the wind, and you can hear the sound of the EUC. But for now on, guys, I will be using my lapel mic. It's just sometimes when you want to get out and ride, you just want to get out there, and you don't think about this stuff. And I should, after riding so many months with that Rilo, I should know better, but I don't. I'm stupid. You're excited, trying to get some speed, so that's why I have to do the ADR or the voiceover. So I can definitely say it makes it a lot more enjoyable to ride a Tesla now. I've been riding my Z for a while now, and I love that wheel. I love everything about the Z. The only complaint I have about the Z is that it doesn't go fast enough for me right now. But once I do the upgrade, that thing's gonna be smacking 35 miles an hour like it's nobody's business, which is gonna be a little bit dangerous, but what are you gonna do? I just start gearing up more. But you have to keep in mind, I still have, like I said earlier, I have not reached the top speed on my Tesla yet. So, I've only gone 28 miles an hour. That's the fastest I've recorded myself. So really, it's just for further down the road when my skills get up there and I start whipping through the streets, having that extra 5 miles an hour so I can fight through traffic will be beneficial for me. And that's why I keep going back to the 35 miles an hour.
Not really much to say. It's not really much to say, man. The tire performs beautifully. Like I said, I love the way it sounds. Listen to how it sounds. She moves like a monster. I can tell you one thing that's really less fear of carving on wet surfaces. You know, I think even last night I kind of put a little bit of, you know, motion in the ocean when riding in the snow, and you can hear the knobs, you know, biting its way into the road, and it gives you an extra peace of mind for sure. But I don't want to make this video too long. Hold on for 1 second. We're just checking if we're still recording, and we are. So yeah, man, I am extremely thrilled with the results of this tire change. I'm extremely pleased with the sound. I know I keep going back to that, but it sounds great. Let's go up this way. Sounds great. It feels so much sturdier under my feet, and like I said, with the carving, I'm sure you can hear that. You can hear the knobbies gripping the road, and that's, I like that. I like that a lot. So, needless to say, you're going to see a lot more Teslas in the future episodes because I'm enjoying the ride now. I'm not saying that I didn't enjoy the ride before, but it's different. It's different for sure. So yeah, man. I guess we're going to wrap this up. I don't want to be out here too long. Oh, hey, puppy. Look at the puppy. But, yeah, I'm extremely pleased. So, if anybody's thinking about upgrading their tire, and now my question is, how fat of a tire can I get under this thing? Because, you know, can we do more? Can we get a little bit wider, maybe? Who knows? I have to start looking and seeing what else is out there. But I guess my only problem now is finding the right inner tube at the 2.5 inches that actually has the bent valve stem the way I want it to be bent. And the hard part is actually finding that and looking at it on the internet to see if that's correct. That's really the hard thing.
No, it's actually not. Guys, just go to ewheels.com if you want anything for your unicycle, parts, batteries, tires, inner tubes. They literally have everything, and it's so much easier than trying to search on your own and find what you need. So yeah, shouts to ewheels.com. I will be ordering my tire from them next. And shout to you guys for watching and hanging out. That is the end of this episode. I will see you in the next one. Peace.
Yeah, brother, I riggedy rap since Fruity Loom was on my waist. Sister, I snapped, I snaggedy snap since giving the pretty girls chase. Cousin, I cap, no giggity cap. Will tell you the truth to your face. You gotta stand back, unless you're the fan, and give me my 6 feet of space. This is a day that has changed. It is quiet outside, it is strange. There is less people walking and less people talking. The animals not acting same. I'm starting to factor the range and the reach of the people who changing the game. It is simple to plain. We have to accept the fact we not thinking the same. Brother, I riggedy rap since Fruity Loom was on my waist. Sister, I snapped, I sniggity snap since giving the pretty girls chase. Cousin, I cap, no giggity cap. Will tell you the truth to your face. You gotta stand back, unless you're the fan, and give me my 6 feet of space. Not sitting with fam, not visiting friends. The circle got smaller, we'll distance it in. Some don't have a job, some hustle and rob. The everyday, what about Bob? People are crying and people are dying. The news be reporting, the stats multiplying. Days of our lives, protecting our future. Finding some happiness, being producers. Brother, I riggedy rap since Fruity Loom was on my waist. Sister, I snapped, I sniggity snap since giving the pretty girls chase. Cousin, I cap, no giggity cap. Will tell you the truth to your face. You gotta stand back, unless you're the fan, and give me my 6 feet of space. Yo, it is quiet right now in the street. I am quiet right now on 2 feet. I can only imagine some things that are happening to those that can't even speak. I am using my voice to create and reach a few that can use some peace. Right now, my method is using my weapons of cadence and patience on beats. Brother, I rap, I riggedy rap since 41 was on my waist. Sister, I snapped, I sniggity snap since giving the pretty girls chase. Cousin, I cap, no giggity cap. Will tell you the truth to your face. You gotta stand back, unless you're the fan, and give me my 6 feet of space.
You are now listening to Track Crash Beats.
My dad makes beats.
All right, before we get out of here, I just want to show people what I did with the LED strips and how I actually connected it. This is the USB port that was here. I took that out. It is actually inside the unit. I just used the plastic cover. I cut that out and just put that in the hole there. And I have basically liquid electrical tape behind here, so no water or anything can get through here. I'm actually going to put something else here, but this is just a temporary thing. It works for now. And then I just cut a hole, so the USB port is sitting behind here, and I just cut a hole. I just made a path, cut through the plastic, and the whole the top of the unit comes out here. I'm going to cover that with liquid electrical tape too, and actually file that down. But the tire project took so long and took so much out of me. I was just like trying to get the most of the work done and come on, focus camera. So anyway, then I use liquid electrical tape for the connection right here, because basically the lights disconnect from the actual from the RF switch or whatever you want to call it. So I use liquid electrical tape there so that doesn't come off or get disconnected or any water gets into there. And then that's just pretty much it. You know, I just now I could have ran the whole thing inside like that, and I can still do it. Like I said, this is kind of just the first test there. I had to take the those off or whatnot, but all this can be replaced. This is just more like the first prototype to see how I like it. And now that it's done, I kind of feel silly that I didn't start it here. This is where I should have actually started the LEDs and just brought the whole thing back. So probably for version 2, I will make a hole here and have them go back, so you can have them in the front as well, and then I'll go all the way around. But this is just the first prototype to make sure it actually was going to work and everything went the way it was supposed to, and it did. So just for anybody who wanted to know, I had a few people ask me on Facebook how I did it. So it's just a crude version, but it works. It's tested, and now that it's tested, I can go ahead if I want to order a new one of these, if I want to be bougie. If not, I just use the same one, and like I said, I'll just put the hole here and run the whole bad boy all the way through. But for now, this is good enough for me, and it works.